Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and I'll share a gulab jamun recipe today. So in terms of ingredients, you need 3 cups of powdered milk. You'll need 1 cup of self-raising flour. You'll need 500 ml of cream. Now if your dough needs more water, then you can put some water in that cream and then put it back. You'll then need some nutmeg, that's according to taste, and some cardamom according to taste. You'll need 2 teaspoons of the ghee, which we'll put in the dry mix, and I'll show you what that looks like. You'll need oil for frying. Now in terms of the syrup, so once we've made the dough and the gulab jamun, we'll put it in the syrup. So for that we need 2 cups of sugar and we'll need 2 cups of water. Again, we'll adjust that if we want to, because we want the syrup to be really watery. We don't want it to be really thick. We just want everything to be dissolved, and then we'll be able to get started. So I'll show you the process now. So to my 3 cups of powdered milk, I'll put it in my self-raising flour. We'll give it a quick mix, just making sure that the self-raising flour and the milk is all incorporated together. Now that's incorporated well, and you'll see that there's no lumps in there, we'll put in 2 tablespoons of ghee. And this is all you need for the recipe. Don't put too much, because that will make the gulab jamun not turn out good. Once we've added that, we'll give that a nice stir and just make sure everything's mixed together. Now if you're staying in a cold country, you might just want to melt your ghee. I did that with mine as well, and you don't want to overwork it. Just give it a nice stir, just making sure that everything's incorporated really well. So this mixture is all done, so I've just used the back of my spoon and just mixed it really well. To that I'll put nutmeg, and that's according to taste, so I'll put probably, I'd say that was about half of a teaspoon, so 1.5 teaspoons of nutmeg, and then 1, 2, probably 2.5 teaspoons of cardamom. You want to give it a nice mix and just making sure that everything's incorporated together. So we're just giving it a nice mix here. So you can see that's mixed together all nicely. We'll add our cream now. So I've added 500 ml of cream to this. Now don't be like me and add the whole cream in there. What you want to do is add in gradually, and then make the dough, and if it needs more cream then you'll add in more, and if it needs more water then you add in more water. But that's what the dough should look like. It should almost look like a roti dough, just a bit softer than that. Now what we'll do is, to our pan we'll put in our oil for it to heat up. Now while the oil's heating up, we'll add in our sugar and we'll put in our water. So like I said before, we don't want it to be a thick syrup. We just want everything to dissolve really nicely, just so it can coat your gulab jamuns really well as well. So I've got everything on the go here, just because with this gulab jamun, as soon as you fry it, you want to put it in the syrup, and straight away you take it out of the syrup. When you first put it in the syrup, it will and you take it out, it does look quite soft, but once it sits down and dries off, it'll be really good. So what you want to do is just take a bit of the dough and just roll it in gulab jamun shape. You can see my shapes are not perfect at all. So just work it the way you would want to, just making sure they all are sort of similar size. So when you fry it, it's, some of them doesn't fry quickly and the others burn as well. So there we go. So you can see I've got my syrup happening on the side, and it's just sitting there in low heat. And I'll put in my gulab jamun in the oil. So just let it put it in there and just keep stirring it. You want it to cook all over, and as soon as it turns brown, you can just take it out and put it in the syrup. So just making sure, stirring it through, cooking it right through, and just making sure it's nicely cooked before you take it out. So that looks really good. So as soon as it's out, put it in the syrup, and as soon as you put it in the syrup, just give it a quick dip, and then you take it out. because there's a lot of milk in this product, it will soak up syrup really well. So when you take it off, just make sure you strain it really well and then put it in a pan. Now, like I said before, it will be really soft when you put it in the pan. Sorry, when you take it out of the syrup, but just let it dry off and it'll be really good. This recipe is really good if you've got somebody who is diabetic, or if you don't want to have a lot of sugar in your sweets. This is really good because it doesn't take a lot of sugar as well. But there we go, that's all done. Now, like I said before, I actually ended up putting more cream, and so I had to readjust my recipe, and that's why it's looking a bit more flat. But if you take your time with your cream, it will turn out perfect. This is a foolproof recipe. Do try it, let me know how it turns out. Take care, guys. Bye.